The 76ers are planning on signing Kelly Oubre Jr. to a one-year deal. He previously played for the Charlotte Hornets last season, where he was putting up 20 points a game. So the fact that the 76ers are getting him for the veterans minimum is a great signing. And on top of that, because there's so much uncertainty around James Harden, worst case, Oubre can step in and play those wing minutes if needed. So let's talk about this signing. Obviously, there's some good and some bad with every signing, and I'm going to talk about the bad first. Kelly Oubre is someone who throws up any shot that he can find, sometimes leading to being very inefficient on the floor. And that's kind of his thing. He isn't particularly known for his shooting ability, but he does throw up any shot that he can find. And also, it's good to keep in mind that him coming on board doesn't change too much for the Sixers. Sure, it's not a bad signing, but it's not groundbreaking either. I say this just so we have some realistic expectations out of this signing. Now, this was me discussing all the bad that I could think of, and clearly, there's not much else to say. I definitely won't grill him too much because he's not like dead weight that the team is going to be burdened with. And now, I'll go over some of the good because there is a lot of good from this decision too. First off, he's signing a veterans minimum contract, meaning his salary is going to be very low, and this is good for the team money-wise. Because they don't have to throw that much money his way, the team isn't taking a risk. Worst case, he sucks, but they never had to spend much, and best case, he's pretty decent and they get more out of him. So it's pretty clear that this is a low risk, high reward decision. He could be a legit 6th Man of the Year candidate. Last season on the Hornets, he played in 48 games, he played over 30 minutes a game, and he averaged 20 points on over 31% from the three. So he's a capable player, and he's at least bringing something to the table. Honestly, for a player with his stats, I do wonder why teams sign him for the veterans minimum only. I'm not saying he deserves any extravagant contract, but there's players putting up far worse stats and making more than him. But either way, these are some of the good things with this signing. But the rest of the 76ers stuff is still in the air. Does Harden come back? And if he does, do they become legitimate contenders? I can't help but think that right now, no team wants Harden. I have a hard time believing that there's front offices out there somewhere scrambling to somehow get Harden on their roster. And so whenever Harden realizes that maybe he could just come back to the Sixers and try harder, maybe this will make them decent. Again, these are just hypotheticals. So overall, I would say that this is a decent move from the 76ers. I'll try to stay grounded and remember that they might just be doing these one-year deals to save up on cap space, and maybe this means that they have some other move up their sleeve for later. But love him or hate him, a veterans minimum isn't bad at all. Let me know your thoughts on this signing, and if you haven't subscribed already, then please consider doing so, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.